He may be known as Convoy in Japan, but for the rest of us, he's Optimus Prime, leader of the Autobots. And this version of Optimus Prime is Leader Class from the War for Cybertron Earthrise series. Which, let's face it, if I'm being honest, there are a lot of Optimus Primes out there, and I have several Optimus Primes. But this one's probably my favorite release so far. He not only looks like he just jumped out of a cartoon, but he's actually very easy to transform compared to some other versions. And I don't know, there's just something about this figure. It's actually I find myself sometimes I'll go over and pick him up off a shelf and just transform him a few times because it's relaxing. But, you know, there's no sense talking about it. I mean, if you're gonna talk about it, let's do it. Okay, so I always start with the hands. So the first thing I do is remove the ion blaster, open up his forearms, and then fold the hands inside. Now you can see his fingers will open and close, so you have to make sure his hand is closed as a fist, or else it won't fit inside the forearm. Once you've done that, then I like to move the arms out of the way by folding the elbows up and pushing the shoulders back. Now we can work on the legs. So the first thing I do is move the feet into their truck position and then attach the legs together. They just peg right in. Now, the hardest part of this entire transformation is these knees. They have these plates that flip up that you really have to have good fingernails to be able to catch the edge and pop them out. Otherwise, you may need help with a tool of some sort. Then I turn them around and we will fold out the front tires and flip the bumper down. Now you can rotate the torso and then turn him back around, and you have these parts that are on like his ribs. Basically, you have to move these out of the way because this is where his forearms will go in truck position. So those fold back, and now we can open up the brisket here and we have a false front inside the chest piece. First, you're gonna tab the grill into the windshield, and then underneath are all of his side panels for the cab. You're gonna fold those out, including these here. All right. And then we can, well, before we bring that down, let's move his head out of the way. You've got a piece here on the back that just opens up, and then his head will rotate down into the chest cavity. And that just tabs in. And now we can fold the cab down and the grill tabs into the bumper. Then we fold the legs up and we can bring his arms down into their final position now. So the forearms go inside and we just rotate the shoulders all the way back behind the cab. Same thing on the other side here. Okay, and once that's lined up, then we can push the tires into their positions. They tab right in. Same with the side panels. You'll hear a little pop as they click into place. And then finally, once that is done, we just make sure that the back of his elbows tab into those knee joints, and that's it. He is 100% complete in his truck mode. Now, should you choose, you can fold up his ion blaster and it will peg right into the back of the cab here. You could also put it in the trailer if you don't like the look of it. But there it goes. Now the trailer is even more simple. We begin by just folding down the little robotic mechanic droid there, then bringing the side panels up, and then tailgate just tabs right in. And all you have to do now is raise the dolly and fit the post directly into Optimus's fifth wheel, and he's ready to roll. And that's all there is to it. So here we have Optimus next to his War for Cybertron Siege counterpart, so you can get an idea of their size. And here he is with Titan's Return Power Master Optimus Prime. And this is side by side with Optimus Prime from the Combiner Wars line, which those of you that have Superion, this Optimus Prime does fit in with that group. And then finally, because he's awesome, here we have Generation 1 Optimus Prime, still the greatest toy ever made.
Autobots, transform and roll out!
As always, everyone, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the content, then please leave me a like and subscribe. And don't forget, after subscribing, to click on the bell to receive notifications when new content is up. If you feel I missed something, or you just have a question, drop it down below and I'll try to get to it as soon as I can. I really do try to read all of them. And again, thanks so much for watching. Goodbye.